el típico psicópata loco gringo que mata, ya en mi vida no es más una referencia en las noticias. Es algo que me toca, porque uno de esos personajes mató a una amiga mía el 20 de febrero. La única razón por la cual he querido hacer este monólogo en inglés es porque alude a una sociopatía norteamericana, un país angloparlante. That's it. How many more souls taken in the middle of the American dream? Shame on murderers. Shame on the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America. As long as the right to bear arms prevails, as long as people get to buy guns pretty much at convenience stores, as long as a vile teenager gets a gun as a birthday present from his dad, the United States of America will have to open black umbrellas in the middle of sad, rainy, absurd funerals. Somebody please explain to me the shit I call the American pathology that has taken the lives of children at kindergarten, people at the movies, students at universities, right? The shit that the past June 17 took the lives of 9 African Americans at a church in Charleston, South Carolina. And this shit that took my beloved friend Tanya Drew last February. I do not understand the shit that happens in the country that boasts itself for being a first world country, for being the paradise you can freely and confidently leave unlocked your car and house at. I think it is important to notice that Obama himself said that this kind of mass violence doesn't happen in other first world countries. I live in Colombia. My country, Colombia, a South American third world country, does have an armed conflict. Yes, in my country there is guerrilla and dead innocent people. But violence in my country is a degradation of poverty. It's an awfully bad resolved predicament of social inequality. In my country, people kill because they're hungry and because sometimes being recruited into the guerrilla is a better option than negligible life conditions, right? But atrocities in my country would rarely have to do with this kind of monster produced, made by an alienated country, and what's even worse, sponsored by its constitution. I cherish the United States of America for being the country that took me under his wing for a while. For being the country I thank my English skills for, right? For being the country where I got to meet people I truly love, or loved, like Tanya, who was murdered last February. For being the country that gave birth to jazz, and even for being the country that, for good or bad, shelters Latin immigrants and even improves their life conditions. But I must say, this kind of atrocities and social pathologies drive my affection out of the United States of America, and even makes me scared of it. I do not understand this kind of violence because it's just so absurd that and it's not only absurd, it took one of my friends, you know, and that's just outrageous. Okay. Here's the end of this video, and I want to point out a paradox. Paradoxes in despicable, outrageously violent Colombia. My 9-year-old sister Sylvia, died of a natural cause, almost unbelievable. She got stung by a mosquito that carried a lethal virus. And in a secure, dreamy United States of America, right? my beloved friend Tanya Drew was murdered by some monster whose demoniac wicked self was helped by a permissive constitution, careless of what its principles may cause on demoniac, deranged people. Stop violence in all its forms. Stop violence in Colombia. Stop violence in the United States of America. But stop this kind of violence that comes from hatred. I mean, pure hatred and pure absurdity. I do not understand, and I just wanted to say that, Tanya, I love you, and I do not understand why your country keeps sponsoring by its constitution some kind of monsters or people who are totally disconnected from life itself to be able to take innocent lives, you know. That was it. Thanks to everyone for listening.